Well, I just had this on the rails and it ran, and then it didn't. So I brought it back here. I hooked everything up. I put it up on in my setup bench lab, and it runs. It runs perfect. I didn't change or do anything. Forward and reverse, full speed, low speed. I'm not sure what happened. I unhooked the auxiliary power into the board, which is supposed to be 5 volts coming in, and I've plugged it into my tether so that I could see my diagnostics down here. This tells me what's going on inside the microcontroller. This is the software. Both. This is for the base handheld. I love it. And this is for the engine. And so, oh, notice this is a side brush motor I just happen to have laying around. Thank you. And this is, I mean, it runs. It runs quite well here, don't you know? And I thought I was going to have fun over there, but I don't know. It could have been track power is weak or something like that, because it does take AC and converts it and then compresses it down 5 volts to that controller. So, but the green light was on, which usually indicates if it's a bright green, he has lots of power. It should be okay. Could have been dirty track. It's quite possible. This is extremely sensitive. If it loses power, it goes to sleep. So I have to check that again. I could take it back over. I probably don't have time. It's 5:30, and that I have rules. I have rules, boys. I can play, but I have to follow the rules. And 5:30, it's you get your ass up here and help me. Okay. So there it is. It's running. We've got it on a tender. The board's on a tender. It's all fully operational. Our next step that we're going to be working on, well, one is packaging the handheld into a real handheld. I got boxes for it and everything, you'll see. Also, the next step is going to be getting that LED functioning properly. I think we got the wrong code in it. I do have a stop, but I don't have a reset. I stop it, and as soon as you let go of the stop, it takes off. So I have to find a way to get reset. We've got the code. We just haven't tested it well enough. The next thing I want is a steam whistle, so that the steam whistle sounds, but it comes over here and runs through somewhere. We're going to find a spot for a speaker and an amplifier. I don't want to put it in the handheld. I mean, that's kind of corny. I mean, if I can't, I can't. But if I can, I'm going to put it in here. It may end up in the tender, or the engine. I don't know. It could sit behind the firewall or something. We'll see. We have room here, I used this before in my other engines for other things. Oh, that's right. We wanted a chuff trigger, and we want to do chuff sounds and a steam whistle. Even with this, it'd be good to have chuff sounds, Besides, we're going to need, if we don't have the Flyer chuff and puff, we're going to have a fan-driven puff and chuff, and that's going to require a gear there. And almost bring it over. This is what that would look like. There would be a gear in here, and then a sensor, and then and this would be the 3D smoke, and that's a little fan motor in there. And so that would work that. And then this is the brush. This is how that's a smaller engine up there. So this is where the brushes are, and that's how we could mount something up here. It could be a soundboard and a speaker, something like that. And then get the trigger off of the side here. Boy, is this exciting. I do have so much more I want to do. And getting to this point, I'm not kidding you. It's almost 6 months. And it should have taken 2, but it was just 6 months of starting and stopping and starting over again. Oh my God! I just saw the score of the football game I'm taking notice of. It's not good, Maverick. Of course, I'm a Redskins fan. I live in Virginia, and I was a Baltimore's fan, but they left town. So what could I do? Had to be a Redskins fan. At any rate, 17-8 Dallas. Oh my God, that's terrible. All right, wake up, boys. Any case, this is really exciting. We're going to design these PC boards. They're going to be real life PC boards. We're going to design the PC board to mount all that stuff on, and then we're going to put it in a box with buttons and knobs, and it's going to look like a handheld controller. This thing is going to run nice and smooth. It's going to have puff and chuff, and it's going to have sound, steam whistle, and that's where level 2 gets to. And then after that, we're looking at it, other enhancements, different shapes and sizes of tender. Going to test it on all the engines. You saw me testing engines a couple of weeks ago on another version of the software. Now I'm going to test it with this version of the software, make sure we're rock solid. And I'm feeling really good. We have a lot of refinements and improvements to the software, and I'm confident the hardware has been excellent all along. The little boards are good. They're made by a high-end company. The Cytron motor controller is excellent. It's been robust, and I'm feeling better than I had for 6 months, I think, maybe. I don't know. This is it. All right, so we got a little video. What I may do is post this one first and then the other one second, and I'll trick you, thinking, okay, now I'll go put it on the track. But if you know the story, you know the story, right? All right, I'm excited. On the tender, right, this board, motor control board, a couple of these, and then the converter for the sound. This is just wire interface. So that's what's in the tender, and it's mounted and pretty well configured to fit inside the housing. And then really not much here except for the DC fields, the big deal, right? But we've been doing that for years, so for me, that's my standard thing. Then the handheld is all new to me, but I'm not afraid. There's the call. Gotta go, guys. I'm not afraid. We can make it. All right, later.